everyone, in this video I want to show you a quick way of how you can create an optical illusion like this one in Blender 2.9. So for this video we're just going to create a really simple scene. So what we're going to do is we're just gonna duplicate the default cube we already have and then move the second one a little bit around, rotate both of the cubes a little bit. So what we want to have is basically just an interesting view from the front view, because the front view is basically the view that is kind of having the normal, the not distorted way, and then from the sides it's gonna look different. So let's say this is our scene, this is how we want it to look, so we can start distorting the objects a little bit. So you can go into edit mode and select one of the vertices and then move it along the y-axis. Now as I said, I want the front view to be the normal view, so I only want to move the vertices along the y-axis. After moving some of the vertices, you can always swap into front view by pressing 1 on your numpad and check how it looks. And it should still look exactly the same, so you should not see any distortion from this point of view. If you have an object with a lot of vertices and you don't want to select each vertex on its own and then move it, you can use a function that is called select random. That will allow you to select multiple vertices randomly on an object, and then also control how many of those, and then you can move them all at the same time. I'm using here this method for the second cube to also distort it in a little bit more faster way. When you move the vertices, just make sure that you always move them along the y-axis. So when you press G, then press Y also, so we'll move along that one axis. Next up, we want to create some wireframes around the cubes. So select one of the cubes and then go to the modifier tab and add a wireframe modifier. Here you can change a little bit the thickness, and then we also want to change the color of the cubes by changing the material. To do that, just select one of the cubes and go into the material tabs. Here I'm going to change the shader to an emission shader so it's more brighter, and then just change the color to a really bright value. For the second cube, I'm going to do the same, so I'm just going to remove the previous material and create a new one and then repeat the same steps. With this, our scene is basically ready, and the last thing we can do is set up the camera. So first of all, I'm going to use the settings in the properties window. So if you press N, you can see those. And with the camera selected, you can set the values so the camera is sitting exactly on the y-axis and is rotating 90 degrees forward, so it's directly facing our object. If you look through the camera right now, you will see that the results still look really strange and we can see the distortion. So what we want to do is change the camera type. So with the camera selected, go into the camera properties and then change the type from perspective to orthographic. With that, if you look now through the camera, you should be able to see that the cubes look the way we wanted, and within the camera view you can now press G to move it a little bit around. Also, in orthographic view, you want to change the orthographic scale if you want the object to appear closer or further away. So changing the camera's Y position won't change the actual appearance. That's it for this video. Let me know in the comments what you think, and if you like it, give it a thumbs up. It would also make me very happy if you subscribe to my channel, of course. And thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.